Hey, welcome to High Table. This is Lord Sixx with Dr. Killjoy and C-Train himself. Today's about China.
Hello, everybody. We're talking about China today. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the High Table, everybody. I'm Dr. Killjoy. That's C-Train over there to my right. And you just heard from the one and only Lord Sixx with his groundbreaking new album, For the Chicks.
Yeah.
So be sure to check that out. Also, we got a like and subscribe button below. If you can go ahead and hit that for us, it really helps us out, helps us move forward with the show, and helps us bring content to you. So yes, today we are talking about China. What's going on with China? We got a lot of action over there. Whole lot going on with Trump's new administration. Whether you like him or not, things are happening.
Yeah.
Looks like we're in the middle of a tariff war with the world.
The world, yes, the world. Well, one thing Trump was talking about possibly is if they charge us, say, 25% tariff, that's what we'll charge them. So
They charge us a little more than 25%.
No, we're talking about the whole world here.
Yeah.
I'm saying if somebody charges us 25%, we're going to charge them 25%.
Well, most of the countries have already come back to the table and said they're willing to negotiate
Yes,
and do away with most of the tariff.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The only countries that have not came to negotiate were China's the biggest, with I believe
Russia,
their tariffs are. There's no tariffs on Russia.
Oh, there is no tariffs on
He
Russia?
He didn't put any tariffs on Russia because they have no tariffs on us.
Okay.
A lot of people are, the word is that Putin's his friend, so he's not tariffing him.
Right.
We don't have any imports or exports to Russia, and
that's
from
true.
Russia.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, there's nothing to tariff. There you don't have, so why would he?
We get about
okay.
95% of everything that we have from China.
Yeah.
But
right.
one of the things that we want to talk about today is the tariff war between America and China specifically.
Yeah.
Because as most of you may or may not be aware, most of the things Americans buy are from China. Yeah. If you look through most of the products in your house, you'll see a Chinese label on it.
Right.
So we would like to talk about the possible outcomes where this tariff war could go and how it could affect you.
Right. And we do need China because there's no American. You're not going to get a radio made in USA or a TV made in the USA or anything. We need it from China, but it's got to be fair. If they're going to charge us something, we need to charge them back.
Now,
in my opinion.
Now, one of the big things with this tariff on China is you got a lot of companies like Nike, big name brands like Gucci.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
A lot of them that make their product in China.
Yes.
So when they tariff it, China has come back and said, well, now since they impose these tariffs on us, just buy directly from us, and all these Nike shoes and Gucci purses and all these big brand Rolex watches, get them for pennies on the dollar. Now, why is that, you think, C-Train?
Well, the thing that was unexpected from China was during this tariff war, a lot of the Chinese manufacturers pulled back the veil and said, that $15,000 Chanel bag that you just bought, we made it here for $60.
Yeah.
Those glasses that you just bought and spent $300 on, we make them for about $15.
So that Chanel bag that
and if you want to buy those products,
you're going to pay.
Just email us, and we'll send it to you.
Now, for those Chanel bags and those things, if you're going to buy them from the factory or from your Prada stores and all those, you're going to pay about $8,000 to $10,000. But it costs those companies
pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar. So now China's threatening that. Yeah. And I know for years Nike has been taking heat, accusing them of using slave labor or children labor from China.
True.
So,
well, I don't know if they use slave labor, but I know that they use.
They start
their workforce is vastly underpaid.
Okay, maybe not directly slave labor, but in a sense, but to the point to where they're paying these people pennies for what they do
compared to what you'd make in the USA.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, so Trump's intention was to encourage these countries to, rather than rely on these overseas or these other countries to make their product for a much cheaper rate, to bring them to America.
Yeah, he wants
to create jobs,
manufacturing jobs back.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So now,
and that falls on the companies themselves.
Yes.
And what China is doing is they're saying, all of that stuff that you're overcharging Americans with, we make for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
So it's really this war of tariffs and stuff is fine and great because what people don't realize is that Canada, Mexico, they've been tariffing our goods for
For
years and
decades.
years,
Decades, yes.
and the slight elevation of tariffs on our part from President Trump is really just
Pennies
dipping the
compared.
in the big toe in the water because
Yeah.
they have been doing to us. They've been sucking it to us for years.
Oh yeah.
And now magically, because all this going, everybody's an expert on tariffs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
all the
everybody.
TikTok basement dwellers. Yeah, they're all
Everybody
suddenly-
knows
they're
how
tariff
tariffs
experts.
work.
But they really don't know. There's a lot of people that just don't know much about the tariffs. All they know is that they think prices are going to go up, and they might. You know,
Now, I heard like companies like Nike and those other places, they're considering moving their factories over to India.
Apple just issued a thing saying that they will move 20% of their business from China to India.
The manufacturing.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly why.
Yeah. Well, India's becoming a large
Yeah,
market.
all India. All it's going to happen is 20 years down the line, when everybody's in India, India's going to say, "Well, we make all this stuff for half of what China made it for,"
Yeah.
and it's like, well, now where are we going to go? I guess you guys are going to have to go to Alaska or something to open up your little factories. The whole point of the thing is that they really overcharge people for products.
Absolutely.
There's no possible way that a woman's handbag, a leather handbag, should cost, let's say, $2,000.
Yeah, that's
There's not $2,000 in material there.
No.
And the Chinese people are saying even the top quality stuff that they buy, hand assemble and do all that, it only costs about $60, $100,
If that.
120.
Well, it's because what they're doing is what was that purse that Chanel?
Yeah, Chanel,
I think
Prada.
my wife was looking at a bag for about $8,000, and it's the only thing it is the name.
Right.
They have it made for like $60, and they
Ship
stamp
it.
that stupid little name on it,
Yeah, they ship it to Italy, and Italy signs their little name on it, and
and then put it in another package and send it back to the States.
Yeah.
And now it's worth $8,000, $8,000 to $10,000.
It's crazy.
And so now what I think this tariff war is going to do is it's going to expose that.
yeah, it will.
It's looking like that's what it's going to. I'm going to be interested to see what happens to these companies that have been doing this or relying on that for. But the crazy thing is, you got these people that are willing to pay that price just so they can say,
Well,
Just so they've got that
I
name
can pay
on there.
$10,000 for this stupid bag.
yeah, nobody sends things to America for the prices that they're worth. Americans, for some reason, myself included, are willing to pay these high prices. And that
No,
if we didn't buy them, they wouldn't make them.
Basically, what these tariffs are doing are exposing how the rest of the world has been making money off America for decades.
Yes.
We've just been funneling money to other countries.
Well, we've never stopped to question it.
No, we never have, because why would we?
Back in the 90s, I was really big. I think we talked about that. I was really big into car audio.
Right.
The car audio industry was huge.
Yeah.
Every amplifier had a sticker on it that says handcrafted in the U.S.
Right.
Now, all of those companies are either gone or they have shipped all of their manufacturing to South Korea, China, Vietnam.
Yeah. All those.
And when you open the amplifiers up, they're all the same design. That means that they're all being made in the same building.
Yeah.
Somebody else is just putting their name on it.
Right.
I mean, I always thought handcrafted in the U.S. meant that there was some guy
Quality.
had quality control standards that were much higher.
Yeah.
Gibson guitars, Fender guitars, those guitars, custom shop guitars are all made in the U.S. There's an expectation of quality behind it.
Because you can tell the difference in the quality.
Yes, you can.
Like Levi jeans.
Levi's only has one pair of jeans that they make. The 501s are still made in.
Yeah, because when they first started, they were an American-made jean.
Yeah. And they boasted that.
Yeah.
That was
And
their
then-
label.
it was
And then
quite-
that
it was quite
changed.
the thing, yeah.
Yeah, their
San Francisco
501s
to
are
be-
the only ones that are still made in San Francisco. All of their other lines, all their other stuff is all made in China.
So what are your thoughts about these tariffs? Do you think there's going to be a good thing or potentially a bad thing?
Well, it's sad that we need tariffs, that all of these things can't be purchased by the consumer at reasonable prices, like that laptop right there. I mean, there's probably not $100 worth of parts in that whole thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yet they probably sold it for
1,000 at least.
1,000.
Oh, no.
to 11.
Well, this
12.
specific wasn't that expensive, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
And the markups are just it's murder on people that rely on them. Number one, and number two, there are people that are not as well to do, not well off as other people. So
but
it puts that product out of their reach
yeah,
now.
Right.
But it is Americans' fault because we're willing to pay a stupid amount of money for stupid things, and important things too, of course. But we allow that to happen. If all of us said, "Screw you, I'm not going to buy any of your laptops," and the whole country did that, there'd be.
I don't think that's going to happen. I
That's
mean,
not gonna happen.
That will never happen
Because there's always people that are going to have money.
Yeah.
Right.
People buy Range Rover cars, and they're consistently one of the worst cars on the road. They
Right.
spend a lot of time in the shop, but people buy them, and they buy them because it says Range Rover.
Right.
but you do have
It's like
companies.
a lot of people don't like to eat lobster all that much, or they just buy it because it's expensive.
Well, the good thing is now you do have companies that are considering at least manufacturing some of their parts here in this country. Some automobile, was it Honda?
No,
No.
I think it was Volkswagen,
Volkswagen was one.
Porsche, and now Hyundai want to invest in manufacturing facilities to make their cars here in America.
So it is having some kind of positive effect.
Yeah, it
as
is.
well.
But all of that should have been done. These companies should have something in the states being made.
Right.
Getting back to the car audio, I mean, if a car audio company makes 5 different kinds of amplifiers, and they make 3 that are budget and 2 that are high end, the high end ones should be made here in America, and the
Yes.
budget ones should come from North
Korea,
from Korea,
or whatever,
or China, because those
Well,
are
you
the
have an option.
affordable. Those are the options. Those are affordable.
No, that would make sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
These microphones, these probably didn't cost but $5 to make, and
Yeah.
and if you look for them online, they're well above $5.
Now we do pay.
I can tell you these are not $5 mics.
These are not $5 mics.
Yeah, but they also will tell you you're paying for.
But that's just an example
Yeah.
of
But
the markups between what something costs and what people are willing to pay for it.
Yes, but it's never mind. He
Spit it
said
out, spit it out.
He said that, and I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh,
It's all right. It's going to be an ongoing. It's been a pot of boiling water
Well,
for
what
the
does
last
it say?
20
Yeah.
years.
A lot of times they will tell you what you're paying for is the technology, not the laptop, but the technology behind it.
well, I don't think that's necessarily true because when it comes to electronics and stuff like that, then yes, a lot of it is technology. Because
Yeah.
here at High Table we use Shure microphones.
Yeah.
After doing our
We're not endorsed, by the way.
No, we're not
endorsed.
endorsed.
Sure.
But we're open to it.
But,
Speaking
yeah,
of
we're open to it.
We're open
But
to it.
speaking of endorsements, we do have a soda that we recommend. We'll go to the commercial.
She's nice, she's brave. Cherry soda looks great. Look, stop. She's a beautiful cherry soda. She's mine, not yours. And when she cries, she falls to the ground. Turn left and right behind me. I taste her every night. She's great. She's hot. She's brave. Cherry soda looks fantastic. Stop and take a look at this stunning cherry soda.
Hello, welcome back to the High Table. We had such a very
A spirited debate on it.
debate on China and the tariffs. In fact, we're gonna have to do a part 2 of this. Lord Sixx, go.
Yeah.
Tariffs and go.
Yeah. With me.
Yeah.
Little me.
I've always been wanting to do that because he loves to chuck that tomato right at us. And
Well, let's discuss how these tariffs are going to affect people
The
in
average
their daily
Joe.
lives.
yeah, how's this
Average
gonna?
Joe.
So let's get the book Tariffs and Me.
Tariffs and me.
Tariffs and Me. How's this going to affect
Tariffs
me?
your friend or not?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to do one of two things, and you really can't tell yet. It's going to make products cheaper or more expensive, and there's no way of telling at this exact second what it's going to do.
Well, one of the things people
I mean,
voted.
ultimately,
One of the things people voted for when they voted for Trump, though, those that did,
Yeah.
was the economy. The economy was a huge factor for a lot of people. The price of gas, the price of groceries. And now that he's gotten off, he's been in there, 3 months now, and he's started this tariff war with the entire world,
Just about.
knowing that,
The world.
knowing,
Literally, he did.
Yeah.
He attacked our allies at the north. He attacked Mexico in the south.
and I think
But
it's
I
safe to
know
say,
he really wanted to go after China. I
Yeah.
bet he
Oh,
was
yeah.
salivating to go after China.
and I think it's safe to say nobody's seen that coming. So now, a lot of people were hoping and praying, okay, great, Trump is back in office. My groceries are going to go down. My rent's going to go down.
It just
I'll be able to
keeps
drive to work again. Do you see that happening with these tariffs?
My opinion is this, and this is just opinion, is that anytime a new president comes into office, whether it's a Republican, Democrat, left, center, right, the market always changes. It's going to go up, it's
Yeah.
going to go down because they don't know. They were so involved with the status quo and the ship being level that now there's somebody in there with different ideas, a new direction, and they don't quite know how things are going to work out. So people panic.
And
Companies
thus,
panic.
and thus the stock market
And that's
crashes.
the stock market crashing. It'll take 6, 8, 10, 12 months for it to recorrect itself once they get stable ground, and
Usually does.
there's going to be people that are going to lose money. It's
Well, if you
it's the stock market.
if you look at the chart, if you look at the charts, the stock market took a pretty big hit under
then
Biden as well,
under
Yeah.
Biden, under
Yeah.
Bush,
and
under
it came
everything.
back.
Yeah, I really like Trump, but he's not perfect. He's gonna make mistakes.
But what we want to know is how are these
Affecting you.
are going to affect people that have to buy things on a regular basis.
Yeah.
What's it going to do to rent? I mean, I do look at some houses, at least in, let's take Southern California, for example.
One of the highest places to live.
It's costing people, $3,000-$4,000.
Yeah, for,
And
for a one-room apartment.
You got young people that are getting out of college, that are starting their lives. How are they going to buy a house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no incentive for them to buy a house when the house is
Especially in
completely out of their reach now.
Especially in California.
And even if they did, they would probably have it repossessed in what, a year's time because of
you can't
because
pay it.
lack of funding, and
Yeah.
then that puts us into the real estate market. How is
Well, I would hope are these schools are teaching our kids how to balance their checkbooks and spend within their means.
Yeah, and a lot
They
of
don't
them
teach
don't.
you that in school.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been in 40 years.
Yeah, I haven't been there for a long time, but I never got taught that in school.
Yeah, they had economics.
Yeah, they had I had business class. I had economics.
Yeah,
I had all that.
I remember they would teach you how to manage your checkbook and do all that stuff. And
I never got
They had
that.
shop class. They had home ec. They had all these classes.
Yeah.
But
those were available.
but getting back to the tariffs and you,
Tariffs on you.
brought to you by Lord Sixx.
Brought to you by Cherry Soda.
It has been explained to you.
It has been explained to you.
But yeah, I mean, people that want to have startup businesses, that need machinery that's built in China. There's so many things that are just made in damn China that
I've been fortunate enough to go on a couple of vacations. The rest of the country is not as bad as California.
Well, I'd say
New York is.
one some good advice I would give to these people, give to most people, is prepare for the worst.
yeah.
Expect the worst. That way, if it doesn't happen, at least you're ready.
Yeah.
With
Hope
these tariffs,
for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
with these tariffs, it is a very good chance that a lot of things we might see a lot of things that we use on a daily basis go up. That is very likely to happen. So, for our listeners, I would say yes, prepare for that. Get ready for gas prices. Even though oil is down to $60 a barrel,
Yeah.
I don't know why gas prices are still the way they are.
Just in California.
Yeah, just in California.
Oh yeah. Back east, it's like a couple bucks for a thing of gas. Here, it's five.
Yeah, the
4.5, $5 a gallon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price difference from state to state is unbelievable.
Oh,
And,
yeah. And we actually have oil here in California.
and Galvin Newsom they're imposing a 65% gas tax. So gas in
Idiot of
California, sorry, Californians, you voted for that man.
You voted
Yeah,
for
you
him.
voted for that idiot.
So if you're worried about your bank accounts, you're going to spend even more at the gas bunks. Tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think on the tariffs. Do you think that they're a good idea? Do you think that you think Trump is on the right track? I'm hearing more pros than cons right now.
I like what Trump's doing, but he's gonna make mistakes and he's gonna do stuff that's wrong. He's not a perfect. He's not like Jesus. I mean, he's just a guy, so he's gonna make mistakes.
So
But I'm still total.
you want to take your vote back now?
Huh?
You're embarrassed about your vote now. You want to bring it? You want to take your vote back?
No. Trump all the way from me, man. I'm a big Trumper, so
I've always wondered who you would vote for.
yes, always Trump. Absolutely. I'm not gonna vote for Biden and
All right, well,
Harris and all that kind.
Thanks for watching us if you watch us, listening to us if you listen to us. If you don't listen to us while you're driving, start. Where you catch us on
start.
iHeartRadio. Start. Yeah, catch our podcast on the radio, on YouTube, wherever. And don't forget to check out Lord Sixx's new album, For the Chicks. Got a lot of great songs on this myself. Very good stuff. Thanks for watching.
In the school, in the church, in everyone we meet, saturated sin would never begin. Where are the answers that I see? The Lord